Hi, and welcome to my video podcast, Learning Through Different Voices and Different Ears. My name is Myriam. I'm the owner of Mimitoys.ie. I'm a mom, I'm self-employed, and I work from home. The reason why I started this podcast is similar to the reason why I started Mimitoys back in 2004. It's really to explore children's natural ability to play and learn through play using their imagination, their senses, their talents, their creativity, and also to grow their confidence and self-esteem. I would love this podcast to give insights to parents and carers, and you're all very welcome. Today, we'll have a chat with Alysh Doyle. Alysh, you've just started your own business. It's Dance2Heel, number 2. And really, Dance2Heel is a workshop that helps children, preteens, adults of all ages, to learn about their emotions and to learn how to express and release their emotions. And what brought me in this workshop, in the workshop you offer, Alysh, is that you're using dance, movement, and music to approach this way of meditation, healing, and mindfulness. So, Alysh, can you tell us how it all started?
Yeah, so thanks very much, Myriam, for having me on the podcast, first of all. So really, it all started with me. I've been on, I suppose, self-development journey for the last few years, and I suppose it was about 4 years ago that I was just feeling a bit lost. I was feeling like I had no passion in my life, and I started working with a therapist and kind of doing my own self-discovery, and realized that all of the things that I loved doing as a child, I'd lost all of those things. I'd become a very serious adult, and with the work with my therapist, we realized that I'd stopped dancing, I'd stopped singing, I'd stopped expressing myself, and I'd kind of lost touch with my own emotions. So we worked together. I worked as part of a group of girls who were on a development journey themselves, and I went back to dancing, and I started just dancing myself. But then I realized through reading lots of books about spirituality and about how we heal ourselves and how we can come back to our truest form of ourselves, that when we connect with ourselves through dance, through expression, through creativity, we really learn so much about ourselves and who we are at our core. Like that the thing that children know themselves, that's why children are so charming to adults, because we get to see that pureness. And that's what I found when I went back to dancing. And then I just felt so compelled to share this with the world. And the more I did it, and I started offering classes to my friends, first of all, the more I realized was actually in it, because movement and getting out of your head and into your body of any form, like we know the benefits of yoga, but this was kind of similar to yoga, but more in the line of dance and music and expression. And it just really, I knew that there was something in it. So I started digging and learning about trauma and emotions and how that they can get stuck in our bodies. And when we move, we actually create an energy in our body, which we know about, but emotions are basically just energy in motion. And if we come to an experience in our life that we don't like or that we don't want to accept, we can actually suppress emotions and they can get stuck in our bodies. And what I learned was that when you dance or when you move of any kind and you allow yourself to start feeling the emotional waves, they will literally just flow out of you and you will feel so much lighter and so much better. So really what Dance2Heel is a way of teaching people of all ages, but especially kids, because kids are already so there. They want it and they're so ready for it.
Exactly. And maybe they have less inhibitions with their bodies. So they do dance naturally, they do make movements, and it doesn't have to be coordinated or it doesn't have to be a special type of steps. It's just natural.
It's just flow.
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful. And that's the way, like you stick on music and a child just starts dancing naturally.
Exactly.
You don't need to guide them or anything. And that's why I'm really passionate about it, because it is what we're meant to do as human beings, to express ourselves. And then if you can encompass any sort of healing tools as well, then it becomes very beneficial in all. It's a very holistic approach to mindfulness and to basically self-healing. But when you get there at a very young age with kids, they just run away with it, and they basically teach us. Like, I would find that, like, when I'm around kids, that's when I learn the most about how to heal yourself, or how to become like more of a feeling of well-being, because they just are natural. They haven't lost it. So it's like trying to get back to where you were as a child, and that's what I found with dance.
Exactly. And it's interesting what you're saying, because it got me thinking, sometimes I have ranges of toys about emotions, and there is a picture of a face, expressing. But what I like about your approach is that sometimes children do not have a word to express the emotion, but the emotion is there and is strong, and it could bottle them up, or it could make them feel sad or happy, but they don't know how to express that. And I suppose what you're offering is a way to release, and as we were saying, express the emotion, but maybe you don't have to put a word, you just let it out.
I actually think that's better, Myriam, because the words is how we can kind of label the emotions, but emotions are feelings. Like, they're not words. So when kids are actually feeling the emotion, or it's in their body, they're embodying that emotion, all they need is a safe space, and that emotion will just flow out of them. They will naturally just let it go. And that's what Dance2Heel allows for. It provides a really safe space where they can express, and we might put on a song, and we might have a conversation about anger and how it might feel, and I'd open up for open dialogue. How do you feel when you're angry, or what makes you angry? Then we put on more of an upbeat song, and we'll do some punching, and we'll imagine the anger leaving our fists, and it's a really like embodiment experience.
It's experiential learning of your emotions. It's fantastic. It sounds really good, and I'm sure it work for kids, fantastic, also for adults. Do you think it's a bit more tricky for adults to reach that point of feeling again lighter and more expressive with their bodies?
Yeah, definitely. It's more challenging with adults, definitely, because people come in and it's called Dance2Heel, and the word dance is petrifying for so many people. And it's really, like, I called it Dance2Heel because I have such a passion for dance, but it's movement, it's flow, it's expression, it's creativity. But yes, coming back to that, adults come in and they've a fear already of what to expect. So a little bit of a wall can be put up there. So that would be where I'd come in and try and create the safest of space. And that's why meditation really helps. So we'll start a workshop maybe with a meditation to help bring people out of their heads, because that's where a lot of the chaos and the fear exists, and bring them back into their body. So that will relax and bring down a bit of the wall. But yeah, adults we've kind of learned ways through society influences, through different reasons, we've learned to have a fear of emotions, and that's where a lot of the suppression of emotions comes from too. So yeah, it is more challenging, but once we get moving, people do start to lean into it more. It just takes that little bit more time, and it's different for everybody, and depending on what everybody's story is, it can look different. But once you get there, that's when I find people were just like, I'm here now, I'll have to just give it a go, and everybody gets what they need.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm sure it's something you can bring home as well and share with your children. Let's say as an adult, you go there and then you can bring your children along, or vice versa. Child starts and then maybe parents will follow.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would be really beneficial, because the parents will then get to learn from the kids, which is also beautiful, because a lot of the time we can think that as parents, and I don't have any kids at the moment, but as a guardian or whatever, that you need to be the one that's always teaching the child, but maybe the child has something to teach you in
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Alysh, that's so inspiring and exciting, I have to say, because all the words you mentioned about mindfulness, creativity, embodiment of your emotions, this is something I really believe in and passionate about, so thanks very much for your time. If you like what you've heard and want to find out more about Alysh Doyle and Dance2Heel, all the details are here.